There we go. Stupid camera won't work unless I flick the lighter at it first. That's weird. Anyways, so today I am in disguise. This is not my real hair, obviously. It is my my gem wig. I'm here to make a public confession. I have trichotillomania, and it really blows a lot. I have had it since 6th grade. I am 28 years old now, and it has never gotten better. I have never quit. When I was 11, I always thought for sure, oh, by the time I go into high school, I'm going to quit because I'm just a kid now, but when I'm like a grown-up and in high school, I'm going to quit. Didn't stop. It is a vicious cycle. It is very hard to stop. It is a psychological disorder where you pull your hair out, as I'm sure many of you know from looking up this video. You probably suffer from it too, or you have curiosity and you want to see or learn about it. Basically, the only thing that I pull from are my eyes, just my eyelashes, since I was 11 years old. I remember one day, I was just in my bedroom and I happened to have my eyelashes, and I used to twist them like this and I'd pull them out, and I thought it fascinated me. I would look at them and I'd pull like 5 or 6 out at a time, and I thought it was really interesting because it didn't hurt at all. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I'm gonna do this again. But I didn't, I had so many, but also being a little kid at the time, I didn't realize it was going to be visible. So yeah, once I started noticing the gaps, and then my mom started noticing the gaps, and yeah, that pretty much started my whole cycle of trick. And at the time, I really thought I was the only person that had it. Thank you to the wonderful world of YouTube for knowing that I'm not the only freak in the world. I have met only one other person that has this condition, but they never admitted that they had it. But I knew about it. I was a senior in high school, and the girl sat next to me in my math class, and I saw it too. It looked like she did it just from her eyes as well, and I was like, and we sat next to each other, so we both kind of knew this secret. We'd look at each other like, we'd be like, hey, what's up? But like we knew, like we were like the only people that we knew of that had this condition. So yeah, anyways, I don't really know why I'm making this video. I don't really have a purpose. I'm just kind of like seeing if I can connect with other people that have this disorder and maybe just become friends. And I'm not really looking to quit. I've already come to the realization and accepting the fact that I'm just never gonna quit. I happen to normally wear a lot of makeup, and luckily with the kind of makeup that I wear like, the liquid eyeliner, and I always have lower eyelashes. It's rare that I ever pull from those ones, so it's only the top ones. So that really helps too, just piling on the mascara on the bottom part, so when you at least close your eyes, you don't really notice it that much. But let me tell you, 7th and 8th grade was hell. I had 0 friends, pretty much because I looked like such a freak. I've never ever told anybody this. Actually, well, no. My ex-fiance, he had to know because we lived together. So I had to tell him. I had to confess to him. And he didn't even care. He was like, okay, well, I didn't even notice. Like, how can you not notice? My eyeballs look like reptile eyeballs. They look like lizard eyelids. So, anyways, it just really sucks having this condition, because, I feel really, really bad for people that pull from their head and they pull their hair out. I have never pulled my hair out, ever. I'm just wearing a wig so that nobody knows who I am on here. But yeah, it's really embarrassing. It really sucks to be close to people, like within your public or your safety, whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? Your space bubble. When people get into it, you start to feel like they're looking at your eyes, or in some people's case, their hair, or whatever. And a lot of times when I would start dating somebody, when we would get to the point where we were like, you know, getting close, we were about to like kiss for the first time. One time, in front of one of my friends, I had one of my friends over and a guy that I was seeing over, but we hadn't like kissed or anything yet. And he was over, and he said, right in front of my friend, "Are your eyelashes always that short?" I mean, I have none. So I was like, yeah, and it just really sucks because you don't know what to cut, you don't know what to say off the top of your head, and you don't want to like say it like, "I have this condition. It's called trichotillomania. I pull out my own hair. I'm a freak of nature." So you kind of avoid it, and my thing, luckily with the fact that I wear a whole lot of makeup, I would just say, "Oh, yeah, I had an allergic reaction to some mascara, and it made my eyes really itchy, and it just caused me to kind of like itch them a lot and whatever." And usually that excuse works. But when you start dating somebody for more than a couple of weeks and they should be growing back and they're not, then you start thinking of ways to improvise, and I started wearing false eyelashes, and then I started getting, "Why do you wear fake eyelashes all the time? Like, you wear them to bed. Who does that?" I'm like, I just really like to wear makeup. I'm really insecure. And, it's a nightmare. It's a really, really bad condition to have. It really sucks. And the thing is that most people don't even notice you have it. Nobody's paying attention to you. It's only when you get really close to people. But I've come to just accept the fact that I will have this condition for the rest of my life. It's just a part of who I am. But recently I started seeing a guy, and I really like him. And I'm gonna have to go and see him soon. And I'm gonna be staying the night at his place, and I'm really dreading it because what I have noticed is like when I get a full set of eyelashes growing in, like this is what happens, like they start growing really long and really great, and I get really happy, like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna kick it this time. I think I'm gonna beat it." And so I start wearing lots of mascara to build them up. Well, I've noticed that wearing lots of mascara makes them really thick, and it really, really makes you want to pull them out. Anybody that has Trick that wears mascara knows what I'm talking about. It makes them so much easier to grab, and they're so much more appealing to grab. And I will pull out all of them in one sitting, like on one side. Usually I don't pull from both sides. It's just one side, and the next day I'll finish a little bit. It's just, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's really the equivalent of being a nail biter, but that's more socially acceptable. And I think that trichotillomania should really be outed more, which I guess maybe that's my purpose for making this video, so that people can see that a shitload of people do this. It's not just a few people. It's like way more people than you even know do it. But I personally have never met anybody in real life that has, that I've actually been able to sit down and talk to, other than people that are like, self-injurers and stuff like that. Luckily I've never resorted to like hurting myself. It's really like a psychological habit. It's not like you're doing it because you're depressed. You're not doing it because you hate yourself. It's like an itch, and you have to scratch it, and then all of a sudden you'll just catch yourself doing it, and it's really annoying. But a couple of weeks ago I had grown all of them out, and it looked beautiful. And the thing is that when you have them grown out for like a month or so, you get used to it, and then you take advantage of it, you take it for granted. And then you start pulling again, and you're like, "Oh, it's okay, I'll just pull a few this time, just a few. I'll just build up some more mascara. I'll just wear some more makeup. It's not noticeable." And maybe, you'll pull them out in a way that it's not noticeable. And then a few days later, you start feeling like that one stray hair, and you're like, "Oh, that one's gotta go. Oh, that one's weird. That's uneven." It's like an uneven thing. It's like you're trying to even them out constantly, but you get that one that's like that thick one. And this applies to people that pull from the top of their head too as well. They know what I'm talking about. Like you get the wiry one, and it's like a pube, and you're just like, yeah. Every once in a while I do get those, and those are fun to pull out, but I've never made a habit of it. Yeah, and so next day you wake up, your eyelids are really sore, itchy, swollen, and red because you just pulled all of them out, and it's a real big bummer. Anyways, 10 minutes is up.